Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 5th. You have this Tears of Remorse card. It says, make peace with your regrets and allow the past to guide your actions in the future. You have this Evil Eye card. It says, protect yourself against the evil eye so it doesn't negatively impact your life. So let's see here. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Tower, and the King of Swords. I literally just said to Pisces that I think that everybody's probably going to get the Tower in these readings in August. I just did Mercury retrograde readings, and pretty much everyone had the Tower in those readings. So there could be some sort of like global Tower moment going on this month, the month of August, even though this is a weekly reading. And so I would just basically pay attention to that. And again, don't, make sure to kind of ground yourself and ground your energy, and, don't let things that are happening, affect you on too deep of a level, right? So that's kind of like what I feel here. But you have the Three of Pentacles, the Tower, and the King of Swords. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, and you also have the Ten of Cups, which is a card of community. There's a family on the Ten of Pentacles. So if you need help with anything, or if you're trying to create something in the world, this is a great card for getting help or assistance from other people. It's a card of teamwork. It's also a card of quality work as well. And again, with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, and then you end with the Empress, this is great for work abundance. And if you've been working on any projects or any ideas or plans or wishes, whatever, this could be you receiving recognition for the hard work that you have done, and that could include like more money or more abundance. So that looks really good. You do have the Tower. One thing I will say is that right next to it, you have the Ace of Swords. So the Tower has a crown at the top of it. The Ace of Swords also has a crown on the top of it. And with the Ace of Swords, we can get a new crown, and we can get that crown by living our truth. The Ace of Swords is kind of a card of your inner truth or your inner belief system. And it would be about you moving closer to towards your own truth and not other people's truth. So a lot of you could be doing that for sure. I would, of course, be careful if someone's coming in and telling the truth, because we have the Ace of Swords to the Seven of Swords. So Mercury retrograde, this could be a past person. It could be a past person that you haven't really been talking to. With the King of Swords, someone who's like cold and calculated and who hasn't been telling the truth, and they could be coming in wanting to tell the truth. And again, that might be a good thing for some of you, but maybe some of you don't want to know the truth, or maybe you don't want to hear it. So like I said, I would definitely protect yourself with that King of Swords energy if you have a person coming in. One thing I will say is I love this, going King of Swords to the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. This is amazing for those of you that have been learning something, or if you've been in school, or if you have just been kind of like developing yourself. This is amazing for abundance. With the Three of Pentacles, yes, Sun, best card in the deck, makes the whole entire reading more positive. And with that Three of Pentacles, this would really say the sun is shining on you at this time here, Cancer. So it could be an amazing time for you to like get attention on the things that you've been working on, or anything that you've been creating or doing in your life. Looks to me like now is the time to show off. Now is the time to get that attention, or to get recognition that you deserve. And I feel like you are. With the Tower, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, I wonder if this is like a fear that you're going to be left out in the cold with this energy. So it's like maybe you're fearing that your money situation isn't going to come around, or maybe you're fearing that you're not going to have the necessary resources to support yourself in the future. But the whole entire reading is amazing, except for the Tower. And you have the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Empress, Ace of Swords, Six of Wands. These are all very good cards. So again, I would let your fears go. Maybe some of you, I'm kind of hearing like close call or something. So again, maybe you've had like a close call, or, it kind of gives me the feelings of maybe like last month, July, you were just, kind of getting by. And so again, I think it's maybe putting you in this position of Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. The solution to the Five of Pentacles is to make sure that you are focusing on your strengths, and you even have the Strength card in your next row. With the King of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is like a boot in the ass is what we call it, Cancer. So I think that some of you, maybe the Tower is one of those boot in the ass moments where you've kind of had to like you've been shocked into reality, right? Or you've been, something has happened that has made you need to kind of quickly make a move, right? And I kind of get that feeling here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's like not a bad thing, but it's like, again, sometimes I think maybe we have a month where we just barely scrape by, and it's kind of like the shock to the system that we need to get motivated to, create a better situation the next month, or, even just for our future. And I kind of get that feeling here that has maybe happened. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this beauty card. It says somehow your looks will boost your earning power. It says your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. So again, make sure that you're developing a solid inner world, the belief, your inner beliefs. You have this retail card that says start a retail business selling products or services. If you have an idea in mind, you have the green light to go for it. Yes, major green light. Like I said, boot in the ass, right? To get moving towards something that you want to create or do. I feel like that beauty card is really talking about, again, your inner world, because we have the Ace of Swords in this row as well. And the Ace of Swords is about your inner truth. So I feel for a lot of you that developing a very strong inner belief system, or kind of working on your inner strength, is going to be important. You have the Strength card, and the Strength card I'm going to skip forward to. She is taming this lion, and that lion has its tail between its legs. It's submitting to her, and so she is getting that lion to submit to her. And that lion kind of represents her inner beast, her inner critic, her inner voice, her inner demons, whatever you want to call it, and she is the one that is in charge. We also go this way, Strength, Six of Wands to the Empress. So it's kind of like you're getting into Empress mode, or you're creating Empress mode for yourself. It doesn't matter what gender you are either. I feel like you're just kind of creating this level of success on your own for yourself, and obviously that is going to be a good thing. But again, it starts with your inner world. So I think that your inner world is very important. Even the Ten of Cups is a very good card. It can represent fortune after difficulty, or good things coming in after a difficult period of time. But the Ten of Cups is kind of like your inner belief system as well. Those 10 cups exist above those people, but they are standing in the real world. So again, tower, there could be global tower moments, but no matter what is going on, they are choosing to focus on, love, joy, happiness, bliss, peace, celebrating, good feelings. So they are choosing to focus on, bringing more love into the world. And I feel like that you doing that could just change your life, is what this looks like. You have the Ace of Swords, again, your inner truth. So again, focusing on your inner truth would be a good idea. The Ace of Swords is also perfectly in balance. We have these 6 golden yods on either side of the sword, and those 6 golden yods kind of represent bringing, the fact that the sword is in perfect balance. The Ace of Swords is also about laser-like focus, being very focused on what you want, and going this way to that Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is basically everything you want and desire in your life. So I feel like you focusing on everything you want and desire is kind of like the secret here. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. So we have 3 tens. 3 tens would represent like an ending. Tens are kind of conclusions. The Ten of Swords can represent a blessing in disguise, really. Like he has 10 swords in his back, but he needs to realize that there's a new beginning coming in for him. And I'm wondering if maybe you need to realize that there's a new beginning coming after a tower moment. It's like the tower is not the end. And so I kind of feel that Ten of Swords is saying it's time to get up, and it's time to start working in this direction towards the Ten of Pentacles. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles. Balance, again, he is holding a balance right there. So I feel for a lot of you, this could have to do with where you give your energy, or what you give your energy to. We only have so much energy, and again, I think that you could be, it's like you need to be more specific about what you give your attention, time, effort, energy to, especially, with the sun is your attention. And I feel that if you do that and you give to the right things, then of course your life is going to improve. But I feel like the Six of Pentacles is talking about balance. With the Strength card, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it for you to give to the certain situations in your life? Or, even, a better question to ask is, are there better situations for you to give to? It's like maybe some things aren't worth it for you to give to, but maybe other things are. And only you can answer that question. But he's been growing something for a long time. And so maybe you've been working on growing something in your life for a very long time, and the Seven of Pentacles says it might be time for you to make a change or for you to do something different. You also have 2 sevens here. 2 sevens to me represent internal fears that don't exist. So if you have any fears about like moving forward in new directions, this would say release those fears. In your next row for messages from your future self, you have this idealism card and also this enterprise card. So clearly the whole entire reading is saying it's an amazing time for business or for financial growth, and that's definitely what I would focus on. The idealism card is a card of like an ideal situation or, something ideal coming in for you. And again, you have that 10 of Pentacles. And, this always, stuff like this showing up in readings always reminds me of the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. In that book, he says, if everything went 110% according to plan, what would that look like? It doesn't say, things in your life are going to be perfect, but what would it look like if it did? And, kind of like imagining that reality. And, the 10 of Pentacles is pretty much everything you want and desire in your life. And sorry, my allergies are bad today. I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. But what I would say here is that the 10 of Pentacles really says, what would it look like if everything were perfect? And so I feel a lot of you are maybe needing to imagine that or needing to do the things necessary to bring that really perfect reality into existence. Now, of course, nothing is ever perfect, but, what would it look like if it was? And that's what this is asking. You have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is attention and success. We see a ton of attention for you. Sun, Three of Pentacles, Empress, and of course the Six of Wands. So if there are any like projects that you've been working on, or if there are any creative projects that you've been working on, I think the Six of Wands could be saying, now is the time for you to get the attention necessary on those projects. Now would be the time for you to start sharing things with the world. And this could be things you've created or things that you're working on. Or, again, you have this retail card, this enterprise card. Maybe you're thinking about, starting a business with your skills or something along those lines. And the Six of Wands would really represent success. And Six of Wands also kind of represents success for all the work you've done. We also have the Strength card here, which is a bunch of work that you've done on yourself. And the Six of Wands, I kind of feel like it's saying it is time for you to, reveal all the work that you've done on yourself and, in the world, to the world, because that's where the success will come from. You have the Seven of Swords here. And I feel like the Seven of Swords, it can be lying, cheating, stealing. I would, of course, be careful of a past person, but the Seven of Swords is really a card of tactics. He is stealing those swords from an army in the background here so that those swords can't be used against him in battle. The Seven of Swords really says that if you can't figure out how to do something one way, there might be a better way to do it. There might be a more tactical way for you to get what you want. I think this is true for everyone right now. I think pretty much no matter who you are, no matter what sign you are, if you're trying to accomplish something great, it's like probably your original idea of how you're going to get there is not going to work necessarily, right? But, what I would say is there's probably another way to get it to work. I myself, I'm working on my startup, DENT Makers. More information down below, by the way. Secret information in the comments. And what I would say is, it's like I've had to basically redo it like 3 times now, right? Because things have fallen apart. But each time, the funny thing is each time I've made it more simple and more easy, more easy. Basically, there's no better way to say it. And I kind of feel like the Seven of Swords is saying that, like, you might be trying to accomplish something, and maybe the way that you're trying to do it has been hard, and there might be a more efficient or just a better way to accomplish whatever you're trying to build here. So, like, don't give up. I almost feel like that's saying don't give up, because we have the 2 sevens. Again, 2 sevens is internal fears that don't exist. And so I almost feel like this is saying, it's like the fear that something you're trying to accomplish, 10 of Pentacles, isn't going to work out, but really there's just an easier way to do it. With the 10 of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords. I kind of feel pretty good about this. Again, not really a love reading, but if you do want love, I do feel this could be a person who's rushing in very quickly, who probably finds you very attractive. I also feel like this could be, again, just a better way for you to do things. The Knight of Swords on the positive side of the scale, the Knight of Swords is kind of like a card of momentum, and it's a card of things speeding up. The Knight of Swords is always pointing in this direction, towards the past, and again, sometimes I feel like he is getting very close to his goal, and then he turns around and he's going to the past. So again, I do get a little bit of that feeling of needing to say, like, don't give up on whatever you're trying to create. With the Six of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, this is very good, number one. This could be love. So again, you could have an admirer coming in for you. But the Page of Cups also has this fish in the cup, and this kind of represents a goal, wish, or dream that he is trying to manifest. So I feel for a lot of you, this is saying you just need to kind of like sink that dream into reality, and you'll have it before you know it. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Emperor. The Emperor, I kind of feel like you could be attracting a true Emperor here. You have the Emperor and the Empress. So again, if you had a past person that was a liar or a cheater or whatever, I wouldn't even worry about it. I feel like there's definitely a solid new connection coming in here for you. In the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says this and that are true. You have this Pig Spirit. It says use your mind wisely. Again, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. It's like whatever reality you believe to be the truth is the truth, right? And the Pig Spirit, I feel like, is saying you need to, again, focus on happiness, joy, bringing more love into the world, bringing more enlightenment into the world, sharing your ideas. All those things would be a good idea. But whatever you believe to be the truth is the truth. So I feel like you need to focus on the good stuff. You have the Empress, the Three of Swords, and the Hierophant. The Empress, of course, is total abundance, being able to create abundance more easily. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I believe we're in a time of efficiency, which doesn't necessarily mean like easy, it just means efficient. So I think that you could be finding more efficient ways to make money, run your business, get a career, whatever you're trying to do. I feel there are just probably better ways to do it, or you're discovering better ways to do it. You have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of separation, sadness, forgiveness, but it's coming up in the good stuff. So the Three of Swords, especially during Mercury retrograde, could be saying that you are healing or forgiving a past situation so that you can get into a new, better situation, which of course is always a good idea. So I feel like you could just be entering into a better time. You have the Hierophant here. Again, if you want marriage, definitely could be marriage. But the Hierophant is about creating heaven on earth. He is the connection between heaven and earth. He is a connection between the universe and the earth. He can kind of bring those ideas from the universe down to earth. And I feel like that's what you are doing here, especially with all these tens, the Hierophant, the Empress. It looks to me like you're kind of creating your own little slice of heaven on earth. Really, the Nine of Pentacles would be nice to come up because that's that card also represents the same thing. With the Empress, you have the Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel this is definitely saying don't give up, like on your dream or your dream life, or don't give up on believing that you can have something great. The Page of Wands just says that there could be new enthusiastic ideas that kind of change your approach to what you're trying to accomplish. But I feel like the Page of Wands is saying be flexible. With the Three of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Yeah, a lot of like spiritual work. It's a very spiritual time, especially this retrograde as well. And I think that any spiritual work, meditation, listening to your intuition, tapping in more into your intuition would be a good idea with the High Priestess as well. The High Priestess also represents unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, and it just represents the fact that there are no limits to what she can accomplish. The only limit is her belief system. And so, again, I think that it would be a great time to focus on exactly what you want and ways to get it, and that's it. With the Hierophant, you have the Queen of Wands. Very bold, very assertive. She is the card of learning as you go, and I feel like that's what's important here. The other thing that I just noticed is that you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. These two are divine counterparts, and I kind of feel like they're better than the Emperor and the Empress. So again, if you're meeting a new person, and if you're worried like about whether or not this is real or not, I feel like this is very real. So it's like safe for you to open up. You have this excitement card, again, kind of like the Tower, but this could be the boot in the ass that you need, like I said earlier, Cancer, and I kind of feel like that's what's going on here, and it doesn't want to focus over there, but, I feel like there could be an exciting moment. So again, the Tower does not have to be a bad card. The Tower can just be a light bulb moment or some excitement that's coming in for you, and I feel like that's the connection here. You have this card that says pay attention to your finances. Everybody gets this card right now. Of course, I think we're in a weird financial time. It's only going to get way weirder. So again, I wouldn't be paranoid about it. That doesn't help anything, but I would pay attention. Again, I think it's a great time, as I always say, to be resourceful. If you can get something like that you want to purchase on a discount, I always tell people if you're buying anything expensive, negotiate, see what happens, right? See what happens if you go to buy that car and you say, no, I'll only buy it for this price. You never know, right? So I would, be resourceful. You have this axe. It says forces working against you. I think everybody feels like there are things that are getting in the way of what we want to accomplish. You have this evil eye card. It says protect yourself against the evil eye. So again, I think it would be a great time to protect yourself. You have this card. It says a stubborn, aggressive person. I would be careful of any past people. Tower, Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords. I definitely get the feeling that some of you could be dealing with a past person. I would just block them and move on. You have this bowl. It says plenty of material things. So again, it does look to me like your material life is improving. But pretty good reading here, Cancer. I like where it's going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.